Welcome, from is a VIVO Y11s, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So starting off, we're going to begin with the locking application option, which is a fairly good one for instance, music players that tend to stop playing when they're being closed off. So as an example, I'm just going to use YouTube for this. So when you go into your recent, it will not show you YouTube for some reason, so let's try that again. There we go. So once you see your application that you want to lock, simply tap on the three dots, choose lock, and now if you go to clear it, which, there we go, if you try to clear it, you can see that it will stay open no matter how many times you try to clear it. So when you have like multiple applications open in your recents, this will allow you to basically terminate all of them apart from the locked one. So as you can see, it will remain while everything else will be terminated. So really nice. Now, next one, as you probably seen, was also the split screen that I want to demonstrate. And this will allow you to multitask two apps together. Now the best use for it, in my opinion, is while using YouTube. So if we go to YouTube and open up it as first, tap on the recent and three dots and go to split screen. This will, whenever you're opening up a first app, it will always go to the top, which in my opinion, YouTube is the better option for the top position. And then for instance, the second one will be Chrome, just because it's just there and it's also a good alternative. And basically, I mean, if I were connected to Wi-Fi right now, we could be watching video or listening to something while simply browsing the web, and this would not close or pause the whatever you're listening to. Furthermore, when you're listening to something and you press home, as you can see, it keeps open, even though technically you can use, it's not really closed, but it's also not really open. And in this state, it will continue to play till you either lock the device or just swipe it away completely. So really nice way to abuse the application and actually not have to pay, for instance, for the YouTube Premium to just listen to music. So moving on to the next one, it's going to be the face recognition animation. So on here we have face recognition. Now I don't have it really set up, but I can still show it off. So if we go into settings and then to, where's the option? On here. And I went too far, so let's go back. So dynamic effects, you'll have the face recognition animation, and as you can see, you have several animations right here. Once you tap on them, you can see that it will show you a little animation of how it will look like. Once you're satisfied with whatever you picked, make sure you tap on apply. And now if I try to apply it, it will just bring me to this page right here where I have to set it up. But as you can see, there's several different options. So you can choose whichever one you like more. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be the gesture navigation. So this will give you a little bit more of a modern effect of using the device. Modern look, I would say. So as you can see right now, we have the semi-outdated buttons at the bottom, and it also takes a little bit space on the display itself. So as you can see, the icons are a little bit higher up. So yeah. Now to enable it, simply let's go into the settings, scroll down to system navigation, and gesture nav. Give it a second, and there we go, it's changed. So as you can see, the icons went a little bit lower, and you have basically nothing to show any kind of notifications. So if you've never used those gesture navigation before, the way it works is if you have some kind of app open, you can see that the bar appears at the bottom, and what you want to do is swipe up on it to go home, swipe up and hold to go to recent. There we go. And swipe from sides to go back. Now when I'm swiping back, you can see that it shows up an arrow. So when you see that, you just let go. And this will take you back. Now also, I will give you a little bit of a tip. If you never used it, you probably will try to be swiping on the bar up. That's kind of like so. Now, I would say this is not very good way of trying to do it. What you want to do is start swiping off of the display. So from the, for instance, like the black area up, This will ensure that you will always get the gesture navigation correctly. Otherwise, sometimes it might mistake it for just simple swipe up on the screen like this instead of actual gesture navigation like this. So this is just for people that have problem with it. And moving on to the last one, it's gonna be the dark mode. So in here, it's easily accessible through the notification panel right over here. You can tap on it, and there we go, it changes into dark mode. Now, furthermore, there's also an option for it to be enabled based on a sunrise to sunset or sunset to sunrise. So this will basically enable it so when it's getting dark, it will turn on dark mode, but when it's sunny and, well, during normal daytime, it will be disabled. So you'll basically have the best of both worlds. When it gets dark, you want to be having your eyes blasted with just pure white light, but instead it's going to go into dark mode. While in the daylight, it's better to have a light mode in this case, because, well, it's easier to see the display in sunlight. So this will allow you to just kind of do that, and it's a really nice option. But that being said, this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share with you, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.